Hello, it's been a minute since my last studio vlog. I feel like I haven't been up to the most exciting behind the scenes things, and most of my prep for my recent shop update has actually been me just grading and receiving items since almost everything is outsourced this time around, but I finally compiled a decent amount of footage for a studio vlog. Without any question, the most exciting thing I have to share with you guys is that my partner and I very impulsively adopted another cat. I've toyed with the idea of getting a third cat for a decent amount of time, but mainly I wanted to wait until we had a living situation with a little more space. Unfortunately for me, I still follow all of the local shelter pages on Facebook, and when I stumbled across this little guy, we made a super impulsive decision to run straight to where he was and adopt him. His name at the shelter was Enchilada, which although was actually really cute because I find silly names for cats to be very charming and very cute and just very good as a whole. However, kind of in the same realm of everything, I have been desperately craving naming a cat Beans. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why. I just feel like it's a very good name for a cat. It's silly, it's fun. So this is Beans. He's just shy of 11 months old right now, so he is easily the youngest cat I've had since I got Aslan at 2 years old and Fiora at 1 year old. We adopted him earlier this year in January, and he has been a chaotic little addition to our family since then. Aslan and Fiora, our other cats, have always had their own weird dynamic where they don't necessarily enjoy each other. They don't get along like super well, where they're best friends and they're snuggling and all that stuff, but they definitely grew to tolerate each other's presence. But Beans, on the other hand, is so chaotic. It's just a very interesting addition to the dynamic of our home. Fiora really dislikes Beans as of right now. Beans makes Aslan nervous. Thankfully, it feels like Aslan and Fiora have gotten closer because now Beans is their kind of combined enemy. It's just a lot of chaos, but everyone is getting along decently well. We are coexisting fairly well, and I'm looking forward to the concept of everyone getting along a lot better. There's been a lot of improvement, especially for Aslan and Beans, but Fiora is definitely on the mindset of like, why did you bring this rat into our house? Which I don't blame her, because, you know, it disrupted a lot of the original dynamic, and it was kind of hard because for the longest time we didn't know if we'd be able to keep Beans, so it was just kind of a mess for a little bit. It was just more so a very difficult first month or so. We absolutely loved and adored him, but we were very unsure if we'd be able to keep him just because he didn't have any initial desire to have a friendly relationship with either of our cats. He wasn't necessarily aggressive, but he was definitely not into the idea of having other cats in the home, but eventually we're good. We got to a point where it's all right. Everyone gets along. Everyone can coexist very well. So that is very, very exciting. Beans is also, like I said, the most chaotic cat we've ever had. We've been really lucky with Aslan and Fiora since we adopted them when they were still younger, but they didn't have as much like raw chaotic energy as Beans does. I've seen a lot of cats who are more chaotic than him and who like just get into business that they don't need to be getting into, and it's just really bad. Beans is probably like on a scale of 1 to 10. I would say he's like a solid like 6 or 7, versus Aslan and Fiora are definitely probably like 2 or 3. So a lot more chaotic, but definitely not as bad as it could be. The cursed thing is that all of my like packaging, all of my branding is very centered around Aslan and Fiora specifically. So now I'm like, oh man, I need to make like Beans merch. I want to make Beans acrylic charms, which I've already done, and stickers, but I need to do more. And like, it's just really funny because all of my business cards, all of my free print that comes with my shop orders, my icon, my stickers, like everything is very Aslan and Fiora centered and not Beans centered. So it's just really funny because we never really expected to get a third cat, so I was like, oh yeah, like everything's Aslan and Fiora, and now all my branding is not centered around Beans, which is really funny. But I do intend on making a lot of like Beans merch and maybe like, you know, some stuff here and there. And like I said, I've already made some. I made acrylic charms and stickers of artwork that I was just doing on screen for you guys. This package right here is actually one of 2 Vograce orders that I had come in during this time. It's been really nice working with them and just trying out a bunch of new products, and specifically for this package, I was so excited to see all of the washi tapes and how they turned out. I've only done one other washi tape in the past, and it turned out incorrectly because I personally submitted it as a RGB format instead of CMYK. I'm not super like well, I guess at the time, now I'm much more familiar with submitting files correctly to get manufactured by someone else. But definitely at the time, I was not super familiar with needing to submit things as CMYK. I talked about it in a previous video. I think it was the package that I actually received my other washi tapes, but you definitely want to submit things if they're getting printed as a CMYK file. Very, very important. Otherwise, they'll turn out darker and more muted, and it just will not be the most accurate colors. But I got a bunch of new washi tapes made. I got clear stickers made for the very first time, which was something I was so looking forward to because personally, I've actually never been super interested in clear stickers. I'm a big fan of just regular white glossy vinyl stickers. But I ordered some from Made by Malin, and she had a couple of clear stickers from my order, and I absolutely loved them. I think they're so cute. There's so much charm to both clear stickers as well as just like glossy vinyl stickers, but I really wanted to make some clear stickers of my own. So I was super excited about those. I think they turned out really cute. My biggest thing with them is I feel like the white is not super vibrant on them. It's not super opaque. But aside from that, they turned out so cute and I'm very, very happy with those. I also have all of these leafy cat charms of all of my cats. Again, I'm really happy with how these turned out. They're super cute. They're 3D charms, so on one side there's like a layer between the cat and the leaves, so you can kind of see how it's 3D and it just has more dimension to it, which I think is such a cool aspect for these charms. And then the back side is just completely flat, so it's not a super, super thick acrylic charm, because adding it 3D on both sides would just make it a very, very big and heavy acrylic charm. But I'm really happy with how these turned out. Something that I noticed between the acrylic charms and the stickers specifically is that even though I submitted them as the exact same files, the colors got printed very, very differently. So on the acrylic charms themselves, the colors seem darker and cooler toned than my original files, not by a ton, but it's definitely like slightly off color, versus the stickers on the other hand, they are a lot more warmer toned, and I think they're very close in terms of darkness of my actual original files. I put up side by sides showing them off because it's very interesting. It's quite interesting because it's like, I know, at least I'm pretty sure that Vograce doesn't do everything in one factory. I think they have multiple factories that I don't even know if they're technically Vograce's factories or if they're a third-party factory, but they ended up printing very, very differently, so that is definitely something to take into consideration, that if you were getting the same file printed as different products, there's no guarantee that it is going to be the same coloring and it's going to be accurate to the original file. As far as the washi tapes go, I'm so happy with how these turned out. I absolutely adore them, and also my shop update has been live for a couple weeks now, actually. I think it's just a little bit over a week is more accurate, but my shop update is live. All of this stuff is live on my website, which I'll leave a link in the description box below. But my washi tapes sold so well. I'm so happy with how they did. I absolutely love how the designs turned out. All the prints turned out absolutely gorgeous. They're so, so nice, and they are so, so beautiful, and they have sold so immensely well. I ordered 15 of each kind because I didn't know how well they would sell, and through Vograce, washi tapes are actually not super inexpensive to order. They're pretty pricey through Vograce actually, so in the future I think I'm going to try and find a different manufacturer off of Alibaba, but they're kind of expensive, so I just wanted to order a small quantity of them. I ordered 15 of each design, and I listed 12 of each design on my website. And I was very, very surprised when I checked the other day, and I pretty much only have 1 or 2 of the floral cats left, and I think I have like 2 or 3 of the Demon Slayer washi tapes left. So that is amazing. That's really exciting because I think making washi tape is really fun. It's also very cool to like work on a design that is so long yet so not tall. It's just a different kind of creative process, I guess, versus just standard illustrations for me. Just finding something to design just to fit like the length of the washi tape. I had a lot of fun designing them, I had a lot of fun receiving them, and then I also made like little cute stickers to put on top of the actual packaging, which ended up making them look so much more professional. I was so happy with them. So I'm really hyped about getting more washi tape done. I've already intended on doing more washi tape because in the past I did go ahead and design some Genshin Impact washi tapes. I'm trying to do character specific ones, but based off of duos. So currently I already have a Chongyang and Xingqiu washi tape done. I also have a Beidou and an Ningguang washi tape done. And then I'm working on a Yanfei and Hutao one. That one is kind of being difficult for my brain to work on. I also want to do a Kazuha and his friend. I forget his friend's name, but I love Kazuha, so I want to do a Kazuha washi tape as well. But yes, I've been having so much fun with washi tapes. I'm so happy with how they turned out. They're probably my favorite thing, like easily out of everything that I've ordered through Vograce so far, because they're very pretty. I'm very, very happy with them. So as you can see, I'm just going ahead here and attaching these little stickers that I made. I purchased just simple circle labels and printed them from my own printer at home, and they turned out so cute. It really ups the level of what appears to be professionalism at the very least for these washi tapes. I don't know if Vograce technically offers this service because a lot of places where you can get washi tape manufactured, they will actually print this circle for you and they'll come attached to all of the washi tapes, that way you don't have to do it yourself. If Vograce doesn't offer it, like they don't advertise it on their website at the very least, so I don't know if they do. It might be something that you have to ask for and would be an extra charge. I'm not sure. But like I said, I'm gonna probably go for a different manufacturer for washi tape in the future. I'm also not the biggest fan of Vograce's washi tape. I don't know if it's something that can be done through custom washi tape. I assume it can because I've gotten rolls in the past that were printed like this, but Vograce's washi tape has a somewhat glossy finish to it. It's almost like a satin finish, versus some washi tapes are like really matte and paper-like in feel. And personally for me, that's my preference. It's not the hugest deal by any means because at the end of the day, they function almost identical to each other. It works exactly the same. It's just preference on the actual texture and feel of the tape. But I want to see if I can find a manufacturer that has a more paper-like finish to the tape, because that is what I personally prefer and that would be really nice. Also, like I said, Vograce's washi rolls are not inexpensive to get manufactured, so I would also like to save money if possible. And actually, a couple days before I launched my shop update, I ended up getting another Vograce package, which I had not heard anything from the rep. This was actually one that was getting reprinted for me because my first order turned out all kinds of wonky. Everything had issues with it and it was just a pain. So thankfully they reprinted everything for me, which was really nice because I was really looking forward to these products, and when I got the bad ones, I was really sad. But here is another package I got. I did not intend to actually have these items available in my shop update, but they showed up like a day or two, I think 2 days before I was going to launch my shop update. So it was a very last minute thing, but I was really excited that they showed up, especially, oh my god, especially these Genshin Flora little stickers. These were the thing that I was most excited about. I had so much fun designing this little sticker sheet, and I was so glad when these showed up in time because I absolutely love these sticker sheets. I think they're so cute. Initially, I got them printed as washi stickers, and unfortunately, Vograce's washi stickers are not washi stickers. They are a clear matte vinyl. They are not washi material at all. They are not semi-transparent. They are completely opaque, which I was really disappointed about. That was one of the things that was wrong with this order that I needed it to get reprinted for. So I had them switch it to clear vinyl stickers, and even then, they're weirdly not actually clear vinyl. They're like a frosted, almost semi-transparent sticker. They're not entirely clear. They're still glossy, which is nice, but they're weird. So I was very confused about that because I was super excited for the washi material to be made of stickers because I thought specifically for the Floral Genshin pieces, it would look really cute as washi material, which I've had washi stickers in the past and they're very paper-like in touch. They are very see-through but also not see-through because they're the actual like paper-like washi material. But yeah, they just weren't that, and then the clear ones really weren't that, so I was just very confused. Very, very confused. But it's a lot easier for me to order sticker sheets especially. I really don't want to have to suffer through making sticker sheets with my Cricut. I know it's technically possible, but it's overwhelming and I don't know, it's just an experience. I also got these Fruits Basket wood charms made. I've gotten samples of these in the past and I was so happy with how they turned out, so I finally went ahead and ordered some to have available in my shop. I'm very happy with how they turned out. The colors are super, super vibrant because initially I think I submitted them when I got samples of them as RGB files. So the colors were slightly off. They actually weren't too bad, all things considered, but the colors were definitely slightly off, and this time around they are very vibrant, they are very accurate to the original file, and I really, really like the aesthetic of wooden charms. The only unfortunate thing is I find with wooden charms through Vograce, there are a good amount of defects through them, especially with the Momiji charms, which are the yellow rabbit charms. I noticed that there were a lot of weird printing on them. About half of those Momiji charms ended up being B grades or C grades just because they had like smears on them and they weren't printed evenly. They just looked weird. They aren't super expensive to manufacture though, so it's really not that big of a deal. I feel like anytime you're getting stuff like this manufactured through outsourcing, there are obviously going to be some kind of defect with the product themselves. Not all of them, but definitely like one or two here and there. It depends on really how many you order, but there's always going to be some that are slightly off from what you initially intended, and that's just a very normal thing. The only thing I haven't had really any issues with Vograce as far as defective individuals has been individual stickers. Those were all great. Those were all totally fine. The sticker sheets, sometimes they've been a little off cut, sometimes they've been a little like scratched in the printing process, which is totally fine because there's so many of them that it's really not that big of a deal. It's probably like maybe like a 5–10% rate of things that are messed up for sticker sheets for me, so by no means has it been bad at all. The acrylic charms, personally for me, I haven't had a really bad rate with any of those being weird. One of the mommy charms that I ordered, she has like a weird blue piece of ink on it, which was obviously a defective one, but I'm keeping that one for myself because it is special. But yeah, that is everything. Pretty much I had my shop update. I also had some Heartstopper prints because I'm still so into Heartstopper. I ended up making 4 different print designs and I have those listed on my shop. If you're interested in any of the items that I showed in this video, they are all available in my shop. I don't believe any of my new items have sold out yet, but definitely the first thing to go is going to be the Floral Cat washi tape. That one is very close to being sold out, so I'll definitely get more of that made in the future. I'm so excited to make more washi tapes. You guys have no idea. I want to do like Genshin Impact washi tapes. I want to do Madoka Magica washi tape because I love Madoka Magica and I will milk making Madoka Magica merch for all that it's worth. I love it so much. Oh my gosh. And I also want to make more Genshin merch as a whole. I would like to do Genshin acrylic charms, but also it's kind of intimidating just because there are so many characters that I know personally I'm not going to be the kind of person who makes like an acrylic charm for every single Genshin character. I applaud artists who are able to do that, and I think it's very inclusive and nice for artists who are able to do that because some people just have not the most popular faves, they have like somewhat obscure favorites. Like I love Kazuha, he's my favorite 5-star, but Yanfei is actually my favorite 4-star. I love her to pieces. She was my second 4-star pull that was not one of the like story-driven characters that they give you. So I absolutely love her and adore her, and she's always been on my team. And she's not necessarily like super obscure, but she's definitely on the list of obscure characters, and they are adding so many more characters. I could never catch up. I would perish on the spot making merch of every single available Genshin character. So I'll never get to the point where I do that, but in the meantime, I'll make some washi tapes on specific Genshin characters and specifically specific Genshin pairings, because that is so fun. I've had so much fun. I've shared a lot of the actual washi tapes I've already previously designed over on my Patreon, so my patrons know what they look like, and I'm very excited to design more of them. Also more stuff as a whole. I've been having so much fun doing outsourced items. It's definitely expensive to do for me because it's just a big drop of money to begin with, and of course with my shop updates I'm making that money back when people are actually purchasing them. It's just an interesting balance. And the absolute biggest thank you ever to everyone who has ordered from my shop thus far. It's very cool in the process of actually having a shop because over the past what, like year? Not even a year and a half that I've had my shop open, it's just really cool seeing people place multiple orders. Like, I'm constantly going through anytime I have a shop update and I recognize names from people who have ordered every single time I've done a shop update and then some, which is absolutely crazy. you definitely at no point in time have to order from my shop, but it means the absolute world to me to see these names popping up over and over again, and I really appreciate anyone who supports my online store because it is something that eventually I hope to be able to actually turn into a livable wage between like YouTube, Patreon, and my shop, and it constantly surprises me how well it's doing and how much people support it, so thank you guys so unbelievably much. It's always very intimidating when I do a shop update as well, just because I have absolutely no idea how well things are gonna do, especially since I do so much fan art, and most of the time I'm catering the products I make to what I'm enjoying at the time versus what I think will sell well at the time, because I'm not about to get myself super burnt out on catering the art I make entirely to what I assume other people will like or what other people would buy, etc. So it's just always like so crazy to me how well each and every shop update I've done so far has done. It's so insane to think about. So big thank you to anyone who has supported my shop. I really appreciate it. The amount of serotonin I get every time I get a notification on my phone saying I've gotten a new order is absolutely wild. So thank you guys so much. I've been kind of a little MIA on YouTube, extra than normal. I've had a lot of stuff going on in my personal life, and my best friend is visiting from out of state and she's staying with us for about a month, so it's just been a little hectic and I haven't had a ton of time to sit down and make art, but hopefully I will kind of get back into the groove of things and actually be able to put out a video every other week is what I've always been aiming for, and it's just been a little chaotic recently. But thank you guys if you've made it this far in this video. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next one.